Trades, welcome to the channel. We're going to go for a deep, quick dive into Solana. I have Solana over here in front of me on the hourly chart. And as you can see, we had bearish div here on the hourly. That was yesterday. And that played out slightly. But what happened is price was ranging sideways. Big money was stopping the price from going down, and at the same time it gave the RSI to cool off. Now what can happen here after RSI cools off, it has the ability to move up, and we can have another pump up. However, Solana has made its move to the upside, and the wanted move to the upside, but it can still move higher. Before I get deep into it, if you haven't already, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and join the free Discord. Link is in the channel description and in the video description. All right, so Solana over here, essentially, if you look at it, you can clearly see we had a 1, 2, then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete a wave 3, and a fourth wave, then a fifth wave up, and the fifth wave up was also 5 waves. And you can see clearly that we had a 1, 2, and this was a third wave of the fifth wave. What happened over here is, after we got the third wave up, we kind of had a pullback. This could be a possibly wave 4 down, because if we take a fib retracement for that move down, we can see possibly we went to the 0.236. So from the beginning of the wave 3, which started over here, and we go to the peak of wave 3, and we look at this move down over here, we came below the 0.236, so we could say, okay, we're satisfied with that. It's a shallow wave 4. Then what happened here, after we finished the move up, we had what they call it a running flat, or an extended B wave, which went up. We had an A correction. Sorry, we had a pullback in a wave 4 for A. We had a shooting wave B, and we came down for C. That's a possibility. We could be done. And then after the C wave completed, the wave 4, then we're going up for a fifth wave. Now, if we want to count the fifth wave and say how far can the fifth wave go, we would take it from this. We could take it from this low over here, because this was originally the wave A, or we could take it from wave C. But we'll measure out both ways and see how far could it go. So if we take a trend-based fib over here, and you take it from now we're measuring the third wave of the fifth wave. This third wave move up. This was a 1, 2, and here was the beginning of the third wave. And we take it to the peak of the third wave, which was just over here. That's the length of the third wave. And we bring it down to this fourth wave, this shallow one. I believe we need to bring it to the other one, because that will be more accurate. And let's see how far did we go. So measuring wave 3 only, we only went to the 0.5 fib for wave 5. Our wave 5 should essentially go to the 0.618. That will be at around $18, or even the 1-to-1, 19.5. Now let me take this measurement in another way, in a wave count that I'm sure of, and it will be easier to measure out. So if I say this was the beginning of the wave 1 down here, and this was my length of the wave 1 to the upside, and then that was the 1, 2, we came up for 3, here was my 4. So I'll bring it down here exactly at the bottom of this wave 4 before I started the wave 5. Then you can see that the wave 5 would come to at least the 1-to-1, which we exceeded, or the 1.618 at 17.7. Now this shenanigan that happened over here makes things more confusing, more complicated. Could we be done, or is this the wave 4 and we're going up? Either way, I think we might have at least to the 17.7. Whether we go up there or not, I need to show you the levels of resistance. We have the first level, 18.343, historical level. I've had it forever on my chart, and you can see how price reacts to that. Gets rejected, And possibly if you go left, we might find something over there. And 80, almost a perfect retest. Over here, we had almost a perfect retest. Over here. So in and around that zone would be a significant level. Over here, you could see it's a rejection, goes back to 2021. So even if we get to 18,343, unless we break out with a big candle like what happened here, I think we might get rejected. If we're to go through, then you need to know that it would be a big candle like these daily candles over here. 18,343. And if we break that, we're already above the value area high. So essentially this region over here, there's nothing, like barely any volume stopping it to reclaim these single prints on the left over here. But you have you'll see, you might, if you go to the 4 hourly, you might see levels of resistance over there. So if we zoom out to the 4 hour, you might see some levels over here. You could see we had resistance over here. We had a perfect wick over here. We have a small resistance block over here. Over here at around 25.731 is another level that we wick and we have resistance. So on the 4 hourly, we have a problem. Our 233, actually we overcame that problem. We're above the 233. We have the 18,343 and we have the 25,731. In between, obviously, there is a $20 psychological level, which would be, which would cause some concern for Solana if we get up there. Other than that, Solana could have some more room to the upside. Levels of support to the downside is the $15, 14.936, I believe, which I would call 15. And it is somewhere around here. On this chart, I know I have it on another chart, the $15 range. And we also have the $16 as a value area high. At the moment, it's holding on the daily. Point of control at 13.58. Value area low at 10.7. Anyhow, if we start breaking below this zone, I believe it would be critical, 13.6. Because usually when we get rejected from the value area high, we could come to the point of control. You lose that, you're coming possibly to the value area low. You could see that over here. We lost the value area high, point of control, value area low. Point of control, stall at the point of control, again, broke down below the value area low, point of control. So basically we are still in a range. Despite this move, we are still in a range. All right, that's it for Solana. Like the video if you enjoy the content, and subscribe to the channel if you really like the content, and join the free Discord. More trades, I'm out.